Right, winning. My name is Brett, and I'm the owner of Jumbled. We are a one-stop shop for fashion, home, and all things joyful. And I'm really grateful to be here. I love Orange, I love our community, and it's events like this that we really need, because you only need to hear that one pearl of wisdom and it can change your whole life, or change your business at least. I'm proudly Orange born and bred. My mum, Kes, over there, ran a successful clothing store in Orange for over 25 years. I watched Mum work so hard. She was a single mum and she did every aspect of the business herself. And she was the best mentor that anyone could ever have. So retail was in my blood. That's me with the bowl haircut. And I'm actually wearing a sloppy Joe that Mum designed for the visitors centre that says Orange, the colour city. I think you should bring that one back. And that's actually Matt Sawoski in the background, who now owns Academy Coffee and Omar, so it's obviously in his blood as well. I used to set up a little shop across the road from the Union Bank every Sunday, and I'd sell flowers, cordial, pipelets, and I'd do little artworks and wrap them in glad wrap. That was my attempt at glass. So after studying fashion at uni, in 2006, at 21, I decided to open a clothing store and call it Good. I decided to do it out in Orange because I saw a gap in the market. I didn't really think about moving out here or living out here or what the future held, but there was just a gap in the market. It's very different now. There's great stores in every country town, great cafes, everything. But back then, all those years ago when I was 21, there wasn't. The first 2 years were really hard. It was hard convincing brands that country folk would actually want to wear their clothing. But as soon as I worked out who I was and who my customer was, what they wanted to buy, what I wanted to sell, over time my confidence grew and my business also grew. Fast forward to 2010, when I opened my tiny but very, very full homeware store, Jumbled. I just recently purchased my first home, and I realised that I loved homewares and art as much as I loved fashion. And so I was running 2 stores in 2 separate places, and I literally spent the whole day running between the 2 of them. It wasn't ideal, but it was good. In 2010, I very reluctantly gave social media a whirl, and I'm very, very glad. It totally transformed our business. It's the biggest driver of sales. We now have 127,000 followers, and we have like direct access to our customer daily, and it's free and it's non-salesy, and people are going to platforms for inspiration. You're not filling their inbox with stuff, and they're actually wanting you, your store, your business, they're wanting to buy. It's a great way to tell our story, and we've built a really strong brand. It didn't happen overnight. It was just turning up daily, creating engaging content, and working out what did and didn't work. And at that time, we also reluctantly took up online. And that was not an overnight success. But after lots of hard work, many, many fails, which we're still doing now, and lots of persistence, it now makes up the majority of our business. And it's just growing. Like online, there's so much untapped potential. We used to say that it drought-proofs your business, but now it COVID-proofs your business. So if you're not online, give it a go. Won't be an overnight success. Work will be. But it's worthwhile putting your eggs in lots of different baskets. We try and personalise every touch point on our online store, and we really try our very best at emulating that in-store experience online. So 4 years ago, my husband and I renovated the old Masonic Hall in town, just half a block down from my childhood store setup. It was our dream to create a concept store of everything that we loved, all under one roof. When I first opened the stores, I would buy things that I thought people would like. And I'm constantly reminded of this massive French provincial clock that I thought when I was at the trade fair, oh, someone will love that, I'll buy that. But when it arrived, I hated it. I felt embarrassed with it on the walls, I didn't want to sell it. And I realised from that point forward that my rule would be I would only buy things that I truly, truly love, and then it's easy to sell. And so making that decision, that totally transformed our business and really set us apart with a really strong look. We aren't doing anything groundbreaking, we're not saving lives, but at Jumbled, in all that we do, our core business aim is just to bring joy and inspire. And I have such a beautiful team helping me do that. In 2019, we went to Chicago, my husband and I, we didn't really know what we're up for, to represent Australia at the Global Innovation Awards, and we won an award for excellence in retail. We were totally shocked. It blew my mind because we were just a regional store in Australia, and yeah, it just totally blew my mind. But I think the doom and gloom that in the media surrounding retail was quite negative at the time, and it's still a bit negative now as well. But this event made me realise that retail is not dead, but the boring retail might be dead. You know, you need to be more than just a bricks and mortar store. You need to be more than what you are to your customer. We have many layers to our business. We have online, we have our podcast, Jumbled Loves a Chat. I take group tours to Morocco. We've got a video series on our house build. We do workshops and events. The great thing about being a small business owner is that you can think of an idea in the morning, and in the afternoon you can have the ticket booked or the event space locked in. You know, that's the beauty of what we do, that we can really easily do things. We do all of these things to satisfy, my creative needs and my staff's needs, but we also want to continually delight and surprise our customer. Oh gosh. At the end of 2019, we were wanting to do something meaningful to help out with the drought. It's our big belief at Jumbled that strong business equals strong communities, and we thought that inspiring and educating the kick-ass businesswomen of regional Australia would be our theme. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and with that, in February this year, we had 450 women travel to Orange for a weekend, a very loud weekend, of inspiration and learning. It was probably one of my proudest moments of business, and I can't wait to hopefully hold another one in 2021. And then came COVID. We were closed for 3 months, but I like to think of it as the worst, best thing that ever happened. It gave me time to think and reflect and think about why I was in business, what I really wanted, where I wanted the business to go. I really didn't, it was so stressful at the start, and I didn't want that stress of lockdown to be for nothing. I wanted to turn it into a positive. When we opened, I wanted it to be with a bang. For a long time, I had the 2 separate stores, but then I had 2 different websites that I was running as well. And I was sort of competing against myself, trying to send people off in 2 different directions. So the lockdown made me put it all onto one website, and that's been the best thing ever. I thought about it before, but it just gave me it pulled the trigger on making me do it. So we also rebranded. Lockdown gave me the time to think of all those things that have been sitting on my growing to-do list that I'm sure every business owner has. And we now have monthly art exhibitions, and it's been a really great addition to our business mix. And during lockdown, we focused literally all of our energy on online, and with that, we're inundated with online orders. and I've employed 3 new people since lockdown to meet the demand. And I guess our challenge now is to turn all of those first-time buyers into loyal customers, hopefully. So during lockdown, and especially now going into Christmas, it was really, really hard to get our hands on stock. And with the online demand was going bonkers, we had the opportunity to collaborate with other brands. And it's been game-changing for our business, but it's probably just been the funnest year. Collaborations are so great because, you know, we're able to create exclusive product and we can differentiate ourselves from our competitors. And we've like really grown our audience because you're sort of leveraging yourself off the other brand's audience. And we've developed a strong brand and it's been the best fun doing it. The best collaborations work when it's mutually beneficial for both parties. No money has to cross hands, but if both people get something out of it, that's when they work. In a collaboration, you draw upon the skills and the audience of others. There's no way that we could have created our own signature fragrance because I'm not a perfumer, but we have that now. And it's just fun, amazing, and it's been wonderful. So I urge you all to think about how you could collaborate within your community, whether you're a real estate agent or a winery or a cafe or a brewer or a hairdresser or accommodation. Like the opportunities are endless. I honestly believe that there's never been a better time to be in business in regional Australia. The world is our oyster and the spotlight is on us in Orange, and it's our time to shine. And the future's so bright, so bring on 2021. So thank you.